We are at ICAST 2026. Right behind us here is the new product showcase. This is where they have, guess what? All the new products to showcase. So we're gonna check out everything that's new and cool and awesome and wonderful, and we'll let you know how we feel about it and if we're excited or not. And we would love to hear how you feel about it in the comments below. This is a pretty straight run through video. It might be a little bit longer. There's not gonna be a lot of cuts because we're just gonna run through this show. We've done this a lot. It's a lot of fun. So come with us.
It's gonna be rods, it's gonna be reels, accessories, kayaks, boats, and everything in between.
And also maybe lures.
And if you haven't been here before, we are the Aggressively Average Anglers, and this is what we do. We make videos about stuff that you are interested in, and if we get it in our hands, we do it, and if we can't, we come to the show, and we take you right to the show with us. So let's get in there.
And we can't touch everything here.
We can't touch everything in here, but we try. As always, we're gonna start with the baits. Now, these are in the case. We will do our best. We'll get you
touch them.
up close and personal, and actually, I think we're done. It's all quakes. Okay, so next.
Urchin.
You're gonna see nothing but urchin baits because that is what's popping right now. But I can say, in all these bait companies' defense, they work really well, they sell really well, and they're able to charge premium for it. So like, it's hard to fault them for doing that. But yeah, you're gonna see a bunch of those.
That's an iPad. That's a computer. I think they're supposed to be on.
As cool as this is a giant squid, and this is for saltwater. And yeah, we don't really do any of the saltwater stuff. It's all very cool. Let's check it out for yourself. Oh wait, I lied. There's one thing I care a lot about. Dude, these are the Z-Man mud studs, and that's what a Z. But what's so cool about these is, oh God, check out that tail. That is the swag tail, and these are in a 2.75 and 3.275 inch size, pre-rigged. Pre-rigged with a Z-Man baits means these things are gonna be heckin' durable, but that Z-Man, that swag, like hybrid tail is freaking awesome, and it absolutely gets bit. It's one of our favorite baits for the last couple of years. Now you get it in a pre-rigged package. I know it's a saltwater. I'm gonna run them in freshwater too.
Next up, we jump over here. Now we're in the freshwater section. What do we immediately see? A giant freaking urchin with a hole cavity that's big enough to accommodate bigger hooks. So that is kind of cool to see if you like to rig them that way.
And it does have two colors, which is cool too. So you get the green pumpkin on top, purple on bottom. That one's got the pearl and the white. It's pretty cool.
Also seems to be 2 to a pack. That's actually a win for urchin baits.
Oh, it is a 2-pack. Holy smokes. For $20, for $10 each, that's still not ideal.
Still not ideal, but actually really good for urchin bait pricing. Then we've got Big Bite Baits. They made a flat tube. This is actually really smart. You can top water this, you can flip this thing. I like that idea. I would definitely fish the heck out of that. I wish it'd be more durable, but you get a decent number in the pack, it looks like.
$5.99 for an 8-pack.
I mean,
that's not horrible.
That's not horrible.
That's not horrible. Compared to this, so $17 for I'm hoping a 2-pack.
They made a giant one. It will definitely not be a 2-pack, but these will be a 2-pack. That's probably 1, 2, so that's like $16.99, but they got a couple different sizes. We've used the G-Rat urchins before. They are pretty solid. Moving on.
And these ones are like, this one is like a football shape almost. It's definitely not a full circle. So there's your
They go with the egg
innovation.
Design. We've got the original Koiki here.
The wet hair Koiki.
This is the fish elastomer. So the Koiki Fish M, different action. It's a Koiki urchin bait.
$22.50 per, so there's that.
I'm good. This looks like a Ned that has a different tie-in point. Oh, you know what that is? That is a pre-rigged tiny child rig, and I hate the name of that, but that's what it's called. Yep. So this allows you to do a couple different things and fish a Ned slightly differently. Now this is an open hook versus the tiny child is normally weedless. So I don't know, that'll probably work. Whatever. The stickity split. You can break this worm up however you want, or rig a giant worm.
I don't need, it's a pink turd.
Oh, the Uni Mas. Great name. Great name.
Uni Mas meaning one more.
Yeah, so Uni is one of the best urchin baits for sure. It's got that sort of elastomer feel to it, so it is very durable. We have some of these. We haven't fished them yet, but we're going to. But it is one of the top rated ones right now, and this one is a 20 millimeter size.
20 millimeter, it's TPE, so it's super stretchy, which means you're getting durability, but it is $20, and it comes in a giant PVC tube.
Then we got this sucker right here. So this is kind of insane. And they don't even have a label for it. We lost it wherever it is. Where is that? Black Tusk Outdoors?
Hold on.
The Lunker Hunt Black Chimera
Lunker Hunt.
No.
So Lunker Hunt has an entry into the urchin baits. This is the Lunker Hunt Black Chimera Worm 6-inch, $7.29. I actually think this is pretty cool. We saw this on a drop shot, and I was like, you know what? I hate it's gonna work. Like, that's getting bit. We have another urchin bait down here.
Oh my God,
Shoot!
We're being interrupted by a really cool person.
Oh no,
What's up,
he's
dude?
here. Y'all bass geeks in the house. So if you really want to know about any of these baits from somebody who actually knows what they're talking about,
talk to a geek.
All right, let me be honest. I've been married 32 years. My wife tells me I don't know a thing. So take your chances. take your chances.
I feel the same way.
People can be wrong.
Yeah, you know, I'm not going to say my wife's wrong, because if she hears this and it gets out, I will get beat. I'm just saying.
Nobody watched our videos. Say whatever you want.
No domestic abuse. We got 2 more urchins and probably 10 more urchins after that, but we got the Strike King Chucker. Now, this looks like a 2-pack for 15. I could be wrong, but that's definitely a 2-pack box. So
I like the frosted tips though.
that is the coolest design of all the urchins. Now, this is TPE style plastic as well, so it is stretchy, it is super durable. The chartreuse tips in the green pumpkin, that is the color I'm getting. I'm absolutely buying this, but 15 bucks, not bad if it's a 2-pack. That is maybe the most economic urchin you can get, other than if you buy from Temu.
Hard to argue.
Skinny Bear has another size with those 2 color splits, so that is really cool to see too, and that's in at 10 bucks per. And like we said, there's 2 more urchins. Oh my gosh. All right, Fish or Die. We love these guys. They make really good bait products. This one's cool and unique, at least. It's something different because they have that silicone skirt material going through there, as well as the standard appendage guys hanging out, and they got a bunch of really cool colors. They make good baits. Check them out.
The next one is coming from, this is the Bait Cave Customs. This is the Zora. This one is 11 bucks. It's a 4.5 inch overall. I think the differentiator here is it's got a ton of appendages. Like the amount of stuff going on here is pretty crazy. Now this one is plastisol though. So I think, yes, you're gonna get action, but I don't know that you're gonna get durability. 11 bucks. That remains to be seen if it's worth it or not.
We got another frog here from Spro, 65 millimeter double prop frog. Now, we talked about this on our live. Looks really cool. I'm not fishing it the same way I do normally with my frogs, but I'm sure it'll get bit, and I'm very intrigued.
And what they called out is what we called out is it excels around grass weeds and all that sort of thing. So I think running the edges, that is absolutely a bit though. Super cool. Okay, this is what we needed.
I want 100 of these. It looks like it comes in a multi-pack. This is the Bait Fuel Nano Spike. I'm all about this. This on a drop shot is going to be unstoppable, or a tiny jig, like a 1/32 ounce jig, just letting it fall nice and slow. I'm here for this.
I immediately take back
$5 a pack.
I immediately take back what I said about the Strike King one. This is the one I'm the most excited about. That's actually cool.
Best in show, done.
Oh, and they have a medium. What the heck? So this is the 4-7 lures. This is the Xeno Spore.
The
also a
chartreuse combo.
2-pack. They have the chartreuse green pumpkin combo, 11 bucks, 11.99, 12 bucks. That's actually cool. That is so cool.
So we found 2 baits now from this Black Tusk Outdoors. It looks like a Lunker Hunt, either collab or maybe it's the same company. I'm not sure right now. We'll find out. It's a pretty cool looking little glide bait.
Look at the way the tail's connected. That's super cool, actually.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So
you
definitely down to try. For 25 bucks, it puts you in that like lower echelon tier of pricing points for glides.
A couple things I'm seeing that I like. If you look at the tail, it's a hard tail, but you can see this piece, right? That's like metal. That's actually how the plastic is connecting to the bait, and that is going to give it a ton more action. And these, like, I'm actually seeing a bunch of stuff that I think is actually really cool on this. So, look, never been a Lunker Hunt fan at this point, but I'm willing to reserve judgment. That's actually pretty neat.
Now here's the other one that we saw from this Black Tusk Outdoors. This is insane. So this is taking like urchin to the next tier and adding a giant tail. It's an urchin worm. Color me intrigued. Looks like you get a multi-pack and $7.29.
I saw this on the drop shot and I was like, you know what? I hate to admit it, but that's probably getting bit.
It's pretty cool. We got throwback lures here with the Metro Glide LT. Now, what's cool about the LT series from Throwback is they give you it at a more, I will say, more economic price. Still not cheap, but 50 bucks versus their standard Metro Glide around 115, I think it is. So almost half the price. The difference, it's not resin, it's plastic.
It's an ABS plastic. It is very durable. The action is identical, and they even look exactly the same. We held both in hand at the Classic and was really impressed with not only the quality, but we've had a chance to fish some of these, and they do fish really well.
They're solid for sure. That looks cool. I know nothing about it, but I'm here for a tiny walking bait.
A Deusta, the A-Pen 68.
All right, so we have a fancy freaking jerkbait here from Shimano, the Zumverno. It's a 95 suspending style, but we're coming in now at a price point of $24. So the Megabass Vision 110 may have broken jerkbaits. That could be an issue for the future. 25 bucks is just, in our opinion, $24, I guess say. Way too much for a jerkbait. Yes, I love the Megabass Vision 110, but I don't want to spend that much money on jerkbaits.
And I tend to agree. I think the one thing that we're seeing is a lot of people, not just in the jerkbait area, but in baits in general, are attacking much higher price point. My personal opinion, I think it's
knock it off.
It's great to have options, but when all the options are going towards that $20, $25 price point, whether it's an urchin bait for a soft plastic, is still crazy to me, or any other bait for that matter, unless it's driving the value, which I don't necessarily know that these are or not. That makes me a little...
probably good, but like, come on.
we don't need that many options at 25 bucks.
Come on. Got another glide bait entry here. Now, some of our buddies are fishing this right now. They like it a lot. Bailey Eichbrett has this. He's saying a lot of good things about it. We would like to find out a little bit more. It's $60. That is a tough pill to swallow. It does come with the red line hooks from VMC. You have that adjustable weight in there. That is a really cool design idea.
If you could see that space right where my finger is in the belly, there's an open space, and then over here you can see one that has the weight in it. You can adjust the weight using that feature. It actually is a really cool innovation.
Dude, the tail though is actually cut apart
Psyched.
versus like your normal tails you see like even on the Metro Glide here is one solid piece, right? So that's pretty cool. It probably adds a different action to it. I also like the bone color has the red at the joint. So some really cool innovations there coming from Rapala, and unfortunately it is at $60 though. Next up we got Strike King, the Hustlin' Hog. Now the Hogfather came out previous years. I was like, whatever. It looks fine. But this size glide bait is something we love to fish up in Michigan, or if you're up in the Midwest. $40 price point, do not love. There are many options way cheaper than that. I'm kind of surprised it's at that price point coming from Strike King, but it looks solid. Could be fun to fish. We gotta hit the boys. So we have the Great Lakes Finesse Stay Pin Spy Bait, that matte black and that perch. Those were the best two colors they could choose to put in this box. Those are our favorite colors. We have caught an insane amount of fish on these. They work very well, and we can highly recommend this. I know it's $17.99. That's pretty good price point wise for spy baits, though. It is a premium style bait, and you get that extra top hook, which they now sell replacements for if you need one.
And then down here you have the Bill Lewis Bush crank. Now what's really cool about this crankbait, they call it right on here, it's that max deflection for $10.99. You're getting these wings on the side of this bait. The idea here is that this is going to push things away from your hook, so you have the ability to not only go against timber, but also against some grass and some other things, and hopefully stay free and go put your bait right where the fish is. We always say if you're not putting your bait in a dangerous spot, you're not going to catch any fish. So this helps you do that a little bit better with a little more confidence and hopefully get hooked up less.
We've been waiting on this one a long time. This is from Akuma. This is the Hydra Glide. Now, speaking of wings, it has wings. They put the fins out to the side for better balance, and that top dorsal fin as well. So you should get a more unique and slightly different action than you do on your typical glide baits with this one. $20 price point, classic Fish Lab. They're giving you at a good value.
You got a Nisshin Works Daiwa combo. This is the Mr. Fortune wake bait. Probably, honestly, I'm flabbergasted. Like, I thought this was even going to be smaller.
The flabbers are gasted?
Flabbers, they be gasted. So really interesting lip on this one. And then you get, look at the shape. Look at the shape of the blade. It's got like really a pointed angle there at the bottom. And then that's going to be hitting those hooks. So you're going to get noise, action, wake, and everything in between. Classic Nisshin and Daiwa. $13 for this one. This is one I really want to try out. This is super cool.
We've been playing around with this one. We are going to figure this out very soon, I promise you that. But this is the Spook Stick coming from Hedden, and it's a really cool design, skinny topwater walking bait. You are supposed to work this thing really fast. So highly recommend. We've been talking to a lot of guys with this 8-pound test line. Go with straight fluoro or mono, it's up to you, and work it fast. That is a cool bait.
What is that?
What is that? From Spro, we got the D-Style Flex Roller. So an A-rig chandelier, if you will, style bait. And yeah, dude, it's got like clackers and willow blades.
Well, I think these are actually going to spin around this way, and then the other ones are going to be behind it. So
Sure
totally
might.
different kind of blade. You still get the center blade, a lot of options, but a really cool umbrella rig and just a totally different look. I actually really like that. That's actual innovation. That's really cool.
We've got crazy innovation that I don't know if I love. From Strike King here, the 2-time spinner bait. Trust me, we will try this. We've seen similar style baits in the past. I've fished one kind of like that from the JDM market that absolutely got bit. It'll get bit, I promise you that. It looks funky. $11 for a crazy spinner bait. I don't know if I need to do that.
So,
this one though.
This is super interesting. So Missile Baits working with Ike and Ellie on this one. This is Ike's Dice Jig. So you basically got a koosh ball with a hook through it. Now the idea here, you can see, it's really hard to see. There's a small hook at the front of that jig head for you to attach a weight if you want to attach more weight.
Yep.
It's got a big, looks like a 2-aught hook. And the idea is here is you're getting a jig that can do that same thing as a 1-aught as a dice style bait. So really cool idea, kind of a different take on what is hot right now.
It's $12.
And that's your problem, right?
Do I get two? Is it a 2-pack? I don't know.
think so. I think
Unless
that's one.
it's a 2-pack.
I think that's the packaging, so I'm assuming that's a 1-er.
Ew. All right, you guys, so this is where they put all of the things that are available for Best in Show. Now, we are not allowed to go in there until tonight, so you're gonna see at the end of this video. But I wanted to give you a quick preview, see what's out there, see who is trying to win the entire show. These are all the winners of the categories. Only one will get the Best in Show. We'll let you know who it is at the end of the video.
That's it for the baits. Next up, we're gonna do accessories, and we're gonna do a lot of storage first. Then we are going to work our way all the way down to rods and reels. So let's look at the storage.
Got a new drop here from Casking that actually just won Best in Show at essentially the ICAST of Europe. This is a 55-pound mini scale, and I sure do mean mini. Check this thing out. So look at this in hand though. That's it. You got the hook, you got your fish gripper. So you ripple lip, you fish grip it, and then you just simply turn that sucker on and scale it up. You can throw this in your pocket. So if you're a bank fisherman, this is literally perfect. Also, price point, $15. It's $14.99, so easy pickup. Backlit LCD on this, so super clean output. This just got even better because Paul just found out it's USB rechargeable. What are we talking about?
And that's why we love Casking. They're bringing this to you for $14.99. So 15 bucks gets you pocket size, all the features you need, none you don't, at a price you can actually afford. Come on, dude. That's awesome.
That's sick. Paul, I found your coffin.
Yeah, we need a coffin.
I
We got
found it.
one, and
Get
it's
in.
not cheap.
No, go.
So this is something we actually talked about on the show. This is the new sling packs from Z-Man. So really simple, 60 bucks. You get their abrasion resistant material. We actually have these on the bait blocks, and they work super well. But it's really basic. You get 2 pockets up front, which I actually think is a super good idea.
I didn't know it was a
little
double.
separator, because you can do a hard plastic storage in one, or even with soft plastics in there. You can see it's about the exact same size as your standard plastic packaging, which is super cool. And then down here, you get the water bottle holder. Actually, I think you fit a decent one in here.
I'll take a Rambler.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna get in there. And then you got your large open. Like, you don't need anything more than this, and that's something that I think it's kind of lost on people. Like a river sling pack, you don't really need much. You get your breathable material on the back, you get your one strap, that's all you really need. So 60 bucks, that's the new one from Z-Man. I love this. This is super cool. One thing that I noticed about it
out.
immediately, one, proficiency always kills it on the design. Look, it may not be for you, but if it is for somebody, but I love these sunglasses pouch on the outside, and it's got that harder material. Like,
Because your kids will break them.
so will I, honestly. I think everybody should have that. You get the stretchy.
Because you're a child.
I am a child. Stretchy on front, pockets on the side, and I mean, this is standard backpack. Like, this is all you need, and this is 70 bucks for the whole backpack. That's pretty
Coolest
good.
kid in town.
I like it.
This at $9 from Spro is actually a good idea if you're running quickies.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I agree.
$9. If you have a deep box, 3,700 size deep, it'll fit into any box that is 3,700 size deep. And then you just take the wires that already come with your urchins, pop them in. It's the cheapest way you're going to be able to store them.
Shockingly genius idea. Just keep it simple. Like, look at this. Look.
And you're done.
Well, I mean, that's actually pretty smart. Speaking of which, we have actually had these in-house, so 45 bucks for a couple of these. This is Great Lakes Finesse's take on this soft-sided storage. What we love is very much like the Busby Quick Cubes, but you do have these Velcro inserts on the side, and you can move these separators around as needed. Comes in a couple different sizes. Your regular, large 3,700 size, and 3,600 size comes in the deep. I've been using these for like my day packs. It's the easiest way to just like have what you need, have nothing you don't, and keep the water off it. You know us, we call it like we see it. This is an $82 box for holding baits that all cost $25. This is silly. So this is a box with a CNC machine floor for you to hold baits. In my personal opinion, this is unbelievably expensive and does the same exact thing as an $8.99 product that's made of foam. I don't know what to tell you. Personally, I don't get it, but it holds koi key, urchin style baits. You get what you get.
We got sheepfish here, so if you want to look freaking fly going to the water, they got some cool options. I love that they have the fanny pack. We need more fanny packs.
We
in
absolutely
fishing.
need more fanny packs. And look, we have tons of things that are developed for like men to go fishing. I see no problem with designing something.
All of them are developed for men.
Yeah, everything is. So I see no problem whatsoever. This is only a win for us. If we are getting our wives, girlfriends, friends out fishing, daughters more often, I think it's only a win for us. So make something for them. Good job, y'all. Keep at it. Keep making the baits. Make something for her to go fishing. That's a win for everybody. 120 bucks for honestly one of the coolest innovations. This is the 3,700 size of the Evolution 3.0 large largemouth bag. If you haven't seen us use this before, welcome to the show. Oh, they've got a bunch of changes in here. So you've got a top section here that you can fully unzip.
What?
Yeah, Mesh Boy comes with you. We're talking
Mesh
more
Boy.
fanny packs. We got more fanny packs. It's actually really cool. So you can take, again, just what you need, or you can leave it in there, or you can keep it separate, do what you need to do. But you can store 3,700 size boxes in here. Looks like you get 3 or 4 of them in there, actually. Give me some of these. I'm gonna shove one in there. So you throw these inside too, and look at that, like a glove. So you can probably fit 3 going this way. You could also do your 3,600s going this way, which I think is really cool. You have a monster pocket on the side. So this, yes, could be for water bottles, but can be for everything. I actually really like this. They do these pockets right. You get a zipper pocket on the one side, and as always, you get the rigid thing, the rigid outside that actually holds things the way that you want. And did you see this? You get a little extra storage right here too. So, and then you got all of your plastic storage right there at the top. Dude, what? More pockets. More pockets.
Pockets on pockets on pockets.
Evolution crushes it with the backpacks. $120 is still coming to value with their version of premium materials. I absolutely love it.
And then if you want to save a couple bucks, you go with the Drift series. This Drift bag is the ballistics bag. So it's designed to hold, look at this, 6 3,700 size ballistics boxes. And you can even put some 3,600s on top. This is going to weigh so much if we load this down with tackle. It's insane, but it's $100.
Yeah, and I think it's more about what you can do. I'm not saying you should always do this. Personally, me, I know. I'm not putting these in here. This is for lunches, snacks, tools, and all that sort of thing.
Right there.
This is way more than what you need. Now, what I recommend, first of all, we've gotten a billion questions about, hey, can I fit my premium boxes inside of my awesome bag? And you couldn't before. You could fit maybe 3, and then you could fit some plastics with their soft-sided cases, their bass sacks. I would do the same thing here. You could fit a jacket, a lunchbox, whatever you want in the bottom, take 1 or 2 of these, and you've got more than what you need for the whole day. Or you can go all 36s on top, and because it's rigid-sided, you can really do whatever you want with this. I love the Drift series.
All right, this is probably my favorite way to store urchins at the show. Now, another cool one is actually in the best of category over there. We'll check out later with the Buzzbee. But coming from Evolution, we've got their plastics case, fully adjustable, 1 long wire. Just put them all together. Just make sure you don't mix and match the wrong plastics. They will melt, but this is really cool.
But I mean, there's no reason you couldn't fit 40 or 50 in here if you wanted to. I think that is just a genius idea.
Quickie machine for
And then
50 bucks.
And then you've got their jig box for 35 bucks. So I'm gonna move this out of the way here. You basically
Look
have
at
all
that.
these little teeth for grabbing onto your jigs.
Silicone.
And then
Yeah.
obviously you can go and grab your bladed jigs as well, but you take your jig, you just stick it right in there. And then my favorite part about this, once you get those out of the way, is when you close this up, because of the angle, you're not having that huge problem of hitting the tops of all your jigs and depressing your brush guards. That's the W.
And then if you want to take everything you own to another place,
Oh, it's velvet.
you can grab this. This is 200 bucks coming from Evolution Fishing. This is insane. It's called the Mover Collapsible Tote. So when emptied, you can crush this down. You've got the Velcro adjustable dividers in there. You can fit a ton of boxes through the top. You've got side pockets on the inside with elastic and mesh.
And the wire frame for allowing it to fully collapse into a foldable flat profile with the zipper lid. Dude, and then you got...
Which is also a working space because they have the ridge on the outside there.
Look at the handles. You got
Yep.
big heavy duty handles with Molly
Molly.
on the outside, the big carry strap, or the handle carry strap, and the big carry strap on top for $200. That's actually wild.
Giant tote. Yo, yo, yo. We got a light up see-through longboard. There's no grip tape on it because you need to see the art. I don't know how I feel about skating without grip tape.
Never used one that's that material though.
It looks sick. We got this suspends cart here. We actually got a chance to use this at the On the Water Day off of the water. You free? I am for an e-bike. That would be awesome because they go 20 miles an hour plus.
I was blown away by how well this extra wide cart with these wheels took on the road going 20 plus miles an hour. You couldn't even feel this thing, and I was going over giant speed bumps, full speed, no issue. It was pretty unbelievable. And the way that it attaches, I think, is really ingenious. So it is removable and allows you to do a heck of a lot. We actually went right over a really tall curb, no problem whatsoever with this thing. So super impressive the way that they have this thing rigged out. And honestly, trying out the U-Free makes me really want to do this because it was super fun.
Love it. Then we got Millennium Marine with, for 165 bucks, the big boy seat, the big one.
And what you're seeing here is an extra wide seat. So if you need a little extra room in your kayak, you want to feel a little more comfortable, but still have have your rotating seat and have one of the most premium, comfortable seats, the most breathable seats for kayak fishing. Good on Millennium making the extra wide. I love that.
All right, this is an insane drop here from Bubba. This is for $250, but wait, calm down. Check this out. There's actually a digital piece attached to the side here. There's a slider for your tournament card, but this actually, they won't let us power it up, but I've seen the video of this. It actually will keep track of all your measured fish. There's a laser pointer that goes across the side and it registers how long that fish was, so you don't have to guess anymore, and you can cull your fish. So if it's a best of 5 tournament, you can keep track. You know what your shortest fish is, what your longest fish is, and you can make some adjustments. They do sell the board without this for $90, and it has a couple cool features. It is definitely a catch X board with a couple of maybe improvements, but I do really like that they added the rubber on the front and back here. It makes a big difference in sound deadening, and it's a grip, so it keeps it from sliding around on you within your kayak.
A couple of things I don't like about that is if you have uneven surface, it doesn't really help you that much. And two, to be honest, Yakatech has a couple of tabs on the side that do the same thing. So you can do this with a low-tech option as well. $250, needing a rechargeable battery, it's an idea.
Versus $60 for all the other boards on the market.
It's an idea.
Classic Bubba doing Bubba things.
Right here we have the Sharpshooter from Yakatech. So $62 get you the full package. You get your tether here for your phone. You can also use it for, or you can use this for a camera as well. And the cool thing about this is not only do you get the full adjustability to film while you're on the water, but you can mount this almost anywhere, and you can actually attach this to the top of our existing, like a Panfish Pro or any of the other extensions that they have. I actually will be using this because having this be right here and with the adjustability is something that I've always wanted. I have yet to find one of those grips that does what I need it to, and this could be that thing. I think the win here though is that this is locked in when you adjust it. So as I'm making the adjustments, you can see that it's just the right amount of difficult for me to move, so where the camera's gonna be steady, but I'm still able to like move it around as needed on the fly. For example, you just click your phone in there like so, and I want to shoot something that's low, I do this. I wanna shoot something and turn it this way, I just do this, and now I can film the way that I want. This works
Still
for an
locked.
action cam, but also works for a cell phone, and you can really do whatever you need to do. It's pretty sweet. We got our Hey Brothers here. Just kidding. These are the Hey Dudes. These are their water shoe designed to be fully soaked. You can see they've got the grippy here. They've got the fast dry material. And they're in the Hey Dude styles that you know and love. And they even add some fishies there for you as well. Price point's at $70. So coming in at or around where you can expect most water shoes to be at. So pretty cool. I haven't tried these, but these have always been really light and super comfy, which is always a dub.
Got another entry here from Evolution Fishing. This is the leader pouch. This is pretty cool. You've actually got a couple ways that you can strap this up to yourself or to a kayak. If you're like us and you use fluorocarbon leader line a lot, this is cool because if you bring a couple combos out, you bring a couple of spools with the right pound test for you, pull out the amount of line that you need, cut it off, you're good to go. This is smart because now I don't have to bring a huge line bag for anything. This is easy. And for bank fishing or wading a river, it's kind of perfect. $10. It's rods and reels time, baby. We got a combo here. We got the Skeet Reese combo. It's Cast King / Reese Fishing. This stuff is going to be a little more affordable for a high-end premium option. So $180. Feels really good in hand. You get one of our favorite reels. This is the Skeet Reese spinning reel here. They probably have a bait casting combo as well, I'm assuming. But dude, look at like the chromed out finish. You got the foam grips. It feels heavy duty. Like, that's how I feel about the Skeet Reese in general. Like, I could put a beat down on some fish with this. In fact, we have on lingcod in British Columbia. It handled it. This thing is sick. I would definitely get my hands on this combo. $180. I know it's not for everybody, but that's pretty high value price point there. Got a pretty cool drop here from TFO. This is the Resolve. So TFO is always packing value. They don't hammer the marketing as much as every other brand, but they just drop good quality products. $189. Clean finish. It's a spinning rod that has the locking nut set up in the right way, up from the bottom. That's how we prefer it to be. It gives you a lot more sensitivity, more control over the rod. It just feels better in hand. Got your high quality cork on there as well for $189. If you're looking for a top tier rod, this gets you there without spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars like other brands are going to make you do. I'm here for it.
Next up we have the Cast King Varus. This one is a special edition, the DG Power. That is the Drew Gregory Power Edition. Really really cool drop. There's so many unique features on this rod. You'll notice right off the bat, we've got the rhino horns. It's the double trigger. Now the idea is that you can hold it here, you can hold it here, you can hold it here like this. So it gives you a lot of options. It's called DG Power because Drew is known for his high level of power fishing. These are going to come in single hook actions for things like chatterbaits, Texas rigs, frog power, all that sort of thing, flipping, and it's going to be power fishing centered. That's why you have the dual triggers. Also, you have these points right here to say, hey, how do I want to position myself for the highest either amount of hook setting power or sensitivity? So if I'm up here, I'm going to be like this, or I can be like this. If I'm with a twitch bait, just gives you a lot of different options. Really unique locking nut up here that offers that sensitivity. Again, max grip, max power hook setting. This is the proprietary Yak rod magnet setup, so you can attach this to your kayak, stick it down, 16 pounds of magnetic power to hold your rod in place for either something like a tether or to stick it right to the bottom of your rod. And when not in use, you have the awesome cap right there. What's really unique is this is a heavy duty 2-piece rod. You can see right there you have the slot with the aluminum connection point. 1, that means you're always going to have a perfect connection, and 2, when the rod is under load, it is never going to come apart because of that pin and slot connection point right there. Oh, a titanium guide. So power fishing, you need power equipment. I think you're getting the absolute most for your dollar on this one. $140 for this combo. Good on Drew, good on Cast King, bringing value, power, and some really cool, unique innovations.
Next up, we got the Ugly Stick Contender. This is the Rhino. Now, this is a Zebco Revival. I actually really love this grip. I want to hear Paul's opinion on this. Hold that.
I really wanted to hate it.
Aha, I knew it.
But the only reason I don't like it is because this is the last thing I'm going to grab for grip. I would rather have it be up here, and you could just make this foam. I only grab this when I'm
big
casting.
cast.
I probably want that up here, but just in
Agreed.
general, I would thought it was going to be like a wind grip material. It's not that at all. It's a little more
look,
sturdy.
turn it.
It still have the softness. It is stitched on. I think
That's
it's like
rhino hide, baby.
I think it's just vinyl,
Yeah.
but it feels really comfortable, shockingly comfortable. And we just have to see. We have to test it if it holds up.
Fold
but like,
it.
I'm really holy shoot.
Yeah,
all
dude.
right. That's pretty good. Now, the coolest thing about this rod, other than the fact that this is $50, and obviously, I mean, they're touting the durability. If this is as durable as an Ugly Stick, I think you get a double win because with that Ugly Stick tip, the way they have that fiberglass up there, it's super soft, and that leads to slower actions. This does not have a slow action. This is gonna be your fast tip power fishing rod, and it's gonna feel more like your standard medium heavy, fast action, which is really, really cool. For $50, honestly, with this kind of like the look of it, the feel of it, and even this like sort of really kind of higher end, it's just plastic, but a higher end feeling reel seat, I think you're getting a lot for your money, and I don't think anyone's gonna be upset about having this one, especially if it holds up as well as they say it should.
Oh, we got the Sparkle Special, baby. It's always really cool to see the fishing industry trying to expand into markets that are under-tapped. Really, this is for our female anglers. You've got a much better look, some way that they can stand out without having to buy a men's rod. I mean, let's face it, all of the marketing that goes to fishing right now, it's geared towards men. It's easily a 90% margin of that market. What you're getting is a quality rod that is geared towards somebody else in the market. I really love to see that. It's got a different look. Now, is this for me? No, but it's not made for me, and that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. I hope you are. But for $50, they're getting a decent quality rod. I think it looks cool, honestly.
And hey, if it gets your wife, girlfriend, your daughter to go out fishing with you, how can you possibly be mad about that?
Exactly.
This is one of the rods I was most interested to get in hand. This is the 13 Fishing Enzo. I think obviously stylistically, I mean, it is gorgeous. I love the locking nut, the red-black carbon combo is really good. 13 Fishing always hammers it home run with their reel seats. They are always one of my favorites. This one is no exception. But I mean, dude, look at the carbon finish on this thing. It looks really good. And they have their own proprietary technologies in here. It looks good. Now we do have the micro guides, which is not always my favorite, but they do work. It helps with a little bit of power and accuracy, but not always my favorite because I have to use a shorter leader. That being said, when you look at look at the look of this, the feel of this, this looks like a $200, $225 rod. It's gonna come in at $150. 13 Fishing has been crushing it on the value side of things, and we always love to see that. This is one I absolutely have to test out. Have to get on the water and see, is it worth every bit of that $150, or is it even more? All around though, looks good, feels good. Good for 13 Fishing, good to see him back.
And just so you guys know, there are a ton of rods here that are well over $400. we're just not going to touch on them because they're not for us. They're not rods that I'm buying. But yeah, if you have any questions or thoughts about them, drop them in the comments below. What the fart is that, Paul?
Look, I don't really. I need to figure out who this is for and what this is really for. But you have a
and
solid.
why this is for. And
you have
where
a
this is for.
Who this is for, what this is for. This is a solid fiberglass rod. Really that old school design. Really not much going on here, right? Really simplistic rod, but just. Daiwa, I think, crushed this one. I think this one is also $50. So, see if you can, look at that. Dude, that is the ultimate whip, right? So solid fiberglass is gonna be really whippy. There's no fish you couldn't catch. I mean, technically, this thing is going, it's gonna do whatever you need it to do. It's solid fiberglass. I love the design. I absolutely adore the look of it and the price point at $50. Would love to try this out, figure out where it works best, but just something super unique from this year. Again, solid fiberglass. Daiwa, $50. That's pretty cool.
He adores it.
You don't? I like, it's so cute.
It's a cutie patootie. Jumping over to the reels, there are a whole bunch of reels that we know nothing about that cost a lot of heckin' money. And then there's one that's pretty affordable, especially when you compare it to the rest of these. That is the ALTI. So they've got it actually in the saltwater category. But yeah, the solid bait caster, we've talked about it before. You'll see it in our full video for rods, reels, and lures later. But $230 for that one. If we roll down the line here, though, we're gonna have some other options where we get to freshwater. This is where we live. So let's talk about it. What do we got, brother?
This one's really interesting. So $300 is the Ranger 70, the lightest reel that they have designed. I've never seen Florida Fishing Products product, but for $300, it's a 4.4 ounce bait caster, but it does look like it's more on the full size, full feature, which is really interesting. Eco sealed bearings protect against the water dirt elements, so you're going to be saltwater good there. Really interesting. I would like to try that one. It's not usually going to be for us, but a really cool option. Right below, you have another $300 reel. This one is from Casking. This is the ultimate. We have put some time in with this one. It is all premium. You can get down to that 132 ounce range pretty easily. It's got an amazing fly out arc finesse braking system. You don't even need to do any adjustment. You're not really meant to. You just kind of set the external brake adjustment and then you cast this thing out, and it works really well. It does have what's called a Dura 90 pinion gear, aluminum handle with the new TPE knobs, titanium shaft, aluminum spool. The thing is fully loaded. Again, 4.4 ounces, 8:4:1 gear ratio, and it has the new Access I line guide, which is sort of like that Daiwa. Flip sideways, makes it super open, so no line contact, max cast, and then when you engage the reel, trims down and does regular line guide stuff. So really cool $300 option from Casking for my premium BFS guys.
I don't know what this is, but it looks freaking wild, and it's telescopic as well. Look at this, we got the Bates, the OG, $425 for an old knuckle buster that is updated for modern technology. Pretty interesting, not for me, but would I use it once or twice?
Yeah,
yes.
100%.
So let's go to a little more value conscious here. We've got the 13 Fishing Shift. So you got a spinning reel coming from 13 Fishing, who's finally back on the market, making new rods, making new reels. That looks pretty dang cool. I can definitely see us picking it up. We love doing comparisons of spinning reels.
So in order to get the lighter, stronger, $100 price point, what they're trying to do is one-piece casted carbon. So all one piece means you're getting the increased durability, stiffness with the frame, but they're doing it in carbon. That brings the price down. So that's how they're achieving that $100. I'd be really interested to see this one matched up with some of their other budget, value conscious stuff and see how it compares to some other $100 or sub $100 fishing reels. Moving away from rods and reels, we are going into boats and even, yes, inflatable boats. We have a whole bunch of these this year. This is the Silent North Campcast Ultra Sports Edition. And what you're getting here is a fully inflatable, but really fully functional, like almost like a micro boat. Pretty cool. You've got your handle here up at the front. Yes, they have their own brand of, I'm assuming third-party made, automatic, what do you call this pump? You get an automatic electric pump, so you don't have to manually pump this freaking thing because it is big. I mean, look at the size. It's a fully functioning John boat style. I love that they have these heavy duty sort of like rubberized areas here on where you're gonna get the most wear and tear on this thing. The handles are heavy duty. This totally opens up for waterproof storage in the front. You can see it zips up, Velcros, but you have an overlap to keep that waterproof. And then you go here to the main cockpit. You got your measuring in the floorboards. You got your comfy, grippy area here by your feet. You get this beast of a dual person seat. You get the handles up front so that you can really make sure that while you're motorized, you can actually take care of business, stay inside the boat. Got a couple flaps, got some molly here in the front, D-rings, extra handles. And then on the seat, you actually get 2 mounting points for something such as a Scotty mount for things like rods and accessories. You got a really beefy transom out here at the back, and it's located a little further into the boat to be as efficient as possible. And then you've got here place to store your batteries, strap it down, more D-rings to strap things down, more handles, and more beefy rubberized materials. Pretty freaking cool. We've seen this for 2 years now. We finally got a chance to get in it on the water 2 days ago, and was actually pretty impressed.
Next up, we got a new entry from Voyax. This one did not make best of category. The actually bigger brother did, but this one is pretty cool, and already like they're introducing new models into their series. I like to see that. This is the Mosa 97, so a 9'7" skiff hybrid style. You can see how flat it is throughout, but you're still getting all that track. You're getting the same drive, so you have spot lock capabilities. It is fast. You have e-assist. You have a motor mode, and it has a little joystick remote. It's teeny tiny. You might see it in our kayak and kayak accessories video, which will come out next week. And that little remote is so tiny, and it's set up so you can actually attach it to your rod, so you can be fishing and driving at the same time. It's a freaking video game. Very comfy seat. We've been on these a bunch. They're pretty dang stable, and they're pretty dang fast. They're also coming in at a fairly competitive price point for a motorized kayak. Retail price point on this is $3K, and you can purchase some extra accessories if you want. So you can buy the battery. There's a transducer that you can hook up to their down scan setup in here, and then you can purchase that extra little tiny remote as well. So those will all be available on their website. All this stuff is not out yet, but it's coming very, very soon. Then we got this ventral inflatable fishing kayak. Cool thing about this is they have the smart, they're calling it the smart mid-mount drive that actually comes out. Batteries built in. You've got these low-rise foot pedals, so you can steer this while sitting, but you can also steer this while standing up. So right foot pushes right, left foot pushes left, both feet pushes straight ahead. Has some decent speed to it, good stability. I mean, it's fairly wide. It's a SUP, so stand up paddle setup. So you can stand on this very easily. You can walk around a bit. Really comfy seat. I was actually maybe most impressed with this seat. Plus it's strapped in here. So when you roll up to your beach spot, pop this off, take it to the sand, sit there, have a bevy, feel good. Like that a lot. Lots of storage options, D-ring tie downs throughout. And they actually, in their booth, you'll see in our kayak and kayak accessory videos, they have a way to rig out a rail through these little accessory patches down this side. So you can put a rail here, and then you have track mounting accessories that you can add to it. And then you've also got bungee storage up front. Whole thing inflates to 10 to 12 PSI pretty quickly. You can get that set up. And you're looking at a price point of $3K, $29.99, which will get you the pod, the battery, and the boat with the seat itself. Oh, by the way, pretty chunky remote that feels really good in hand, has buttons even on the back, plus minus there you can see, and it spot locks. That solves a huge problem for a lot of stand-up paddle boards, because if you, like me, have tried fishing off of one, it's kind of hard, especially if any gust of wind goes by, you end up just drifting across the lake. So if you love fishing from a platform like this, having that spot lock it's a game changer.
We've got the Fishtail 14 from Sea Eagle. Now, we have tried to get into Sea Eagle a whole bunch of times because they make some unbelievably just heavy-duty, high-quality, super functional fishing vessels, all on the inflatable side, and this one is no exception. So 14 feet long. This can take up to a 10 horsepower equivalent motor. We have the Spirit 2 up on here, but it can take an absolute monster of a motor. You get the full boat seat that you can set right here in the back and strap down. Dude, this captain's seating area is unbelievable. I was standing up here going about 5 miles an hour with no hands whatsoever. The stability on this thing is insane. It's a little skinnier, but it's got giant pontoons, so the stability is through the roof, and they have a lot of different mounting options. You can see here they have the aluminum front deck for mounting a trolling motor. You can get a standing deck. They've got these heavy-duty built-in handles. They've got MOLLE on the inside, the strap on the inside, and they've got a whole bunch of protection in case you get a puncture. So the baffling is included. It is just a really high-quality product, super fun to fish out of. This is one that we need to do more testing on and get these things on the Heckin' River. $6,999 for what you see right here, and that price point actually includes a 9.9 horsepower Honda gas motor, and yeah, it's even new. How about that? Unbelievable price point, really cool product. This one, again, I need to get some time on it because it's a freaking beast.
So now we've seen all of the new products. They're just new. They haven't won any awards. These behind us, they've won awards. So these are the best of categories at ICAST 2026. So let's take a look at what's won. And yeah, it's going to be all over the place because it's one from every category. Let's go.
Right here we have the Moza 128 from Voyax. You have seen us in this at the Bassmaster Classic, and you saw us on the water day, the first day of ICAST. Really unique product and a best in category winner. So you have their proprietary new drive. We already talked about it with the 97, but what this drive does, it does manual pedal, it does assist pedal, it does full electric pedal, and it does their spot hold, which is essentially the same thing as a spot lock, all with one drive. Everything comes pre-installed, pre-wired. You get the track up front, you get the track out back, you get your controller unit back here, and separately you can actually buy not only a transducer to have downscan included, but you can also buy a tiny remote and basically have a trolling remote. It is literally this big. It has a little joystick and it can double tap for spot hold, and it's so small, so light, it actually attaches to your fishing rod or your PFD if you wanted to. 4-bolt pattern on the back, huge open deck space right here, super comfy seat. Total price right now is $4,500, but if you buy it early, it's $4,000. So really cool entry into the market. They did also change the color up, and I absolutely love it. It's unique, there's nothing else like it. Good on Voyax for listening to customers, making the changes that we asked for, and releasing a really cool product that is now an ICAST winner.
So we showed you the Rhino rod. This is the Rhino combo. So now you get that spinning reel built in as well. Again, this is a Zebco product that's updated, right? And then we've got the Rhino hide grip here, which feels pretty good. 80 bucks for the combo. Basically unbreakable. I've seen people lifting kettlebells with this thing out here. And then look at the chunky grip on that knob. That's freaking insane. So overbuilt to heck. Pretty smooth actually for a super cheap spinning reel. So 80 bucks gets you on the water, and you and your kids can't break it. Pretty neat. And that is for best rod and reel combo.
This bag is basically mine now. This will be the third breakdown I've done on this, but it's for good reason. So this is best of ice fishing. We finally get something we actually wanted. We have a not a line bag. We have a rod storage bag for my ice fishermen. You can fit 6 rods in there comfortably. You got 6 tubes that go all the way through, so you can leave the reels on the rods. Makes it nice and safe in transport. You got a zipper pocket here on the side, a zipper pocket here on top, a little accessory pocket on top, and it takes 3,600 boxes here on both sides, and actually helps protect your stuff because it's a little hard shell on top of your reels and things like that. It's got handles on the top, it's got handles on the sides, it's got molly on the sides, and it has 2 backpack straps. You can really take this and do whatever you need to do with it. As always with Evolution Fishing, they're offering everything at a value, 150 bucks, high quality materials, and does something that no other bag that I've seen can do yet.
All right, we got a 2-pack Koike dice bait essentially with stretchy materials. So this is coming from Rapala. This is the Crush City, and comes in a bunch of different colors. As I said, it comes in a 2-pack, which is pretty sweet to see, at $15. That's a lot of value. You also see our crazy dodecahedron design here, and also they opened up the port section on the bottom there, so you can add bigger hooks and weights and all sorts of stuff. It is a pretty cool design, lots of great colors, and oh, it's like hollow-ish too. I mean, it's gonna work. Listen, I get it. There's so much content about Koikes right now. It's for a reason. It's kind of like when the Senko came out. Like everybody went nuts and every brand made a new worm. This makes sense for them to do. And overall, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna try some. We got one from Z-Man here. So this is for best wired and skirted lures. So this is the Chatterbait Elite Evo HD. Yeah, that's a long name. So some people had issues where the Evo, the $9.99 version of this, came apart. Like it just broke at the jig head, or this piece right here came off. So they went ahead and they overbuilt it. This thing is not gonna fall apart on you. You get all the same great colors from Z-Man that you know and love, and comes in a couple different weights. So you got the 3/8 ounce, the 1/2 ounce. Price point $12.99. I think it definitely deserved the award for this category, and I'm excited to pick some of these up for sure.
Now, one thing that a lot of people have said is, how the heck do I rig up these urchin baits? It can be very tricky, but we have a really cool solution from G-Rats. Now, these are the urchin rigs. So as you can see, we have a hook here. You can actually attach whatever size weight you want. They have multiple sizes, but they have a treble hook version. Don't poke yourself. And then they have a single weedless version, and then they have the single hook version. This single hook version is one that I have been essentially making on my own. To see somebody that's made a quality version, yes, it's 20 bucks, but to see someone that's made a quality version that actually does exactly what you need it to do, can attach and change out the baits without ruining a very expensive bait, is actually pretty cool. So best terminal innovation, one that I think we all saw coming. Somebody was gonna do a great job with this and take this award home, and Shocker, it was G-Rad.
20 bucks. I'm not sure what comes with the kit. I'm assuming it's more than just one hook and a weight. So you're probably getting, if not all of this, some of this. I think for 20 bucks, it makes sense if you get all of that. That's huge.
Well, and 20 bucks to catch fish and not ruin the bait you like spent $20 for, I think makes a lot of sense.
Solid.
Next up, we have a $315 version of the Curado DC. Now they have a brand new chip. You're getting the IDC 4 chip, which does a much better job of what's always been a great reel with the Shimano Curado DC, but you're also getting the MG3 spool. So that trickle down from their higher end reels down into, which is still a high end reel, but it looks good, it feels good. Yes, you have the chunkier area here because there's a lot of mechanisms inside of there that make this work. But I can tell you right now, the Curados that I've had in the past have been some of my most durable reels. They do a great job. This one I'm sure is no exception. Comes in at 315 bucks. 2026 is going to be tough on the pocketbook, especially if you get one of these, but I assume that this one's going to be able to hold up like the other Curados have. They have legendary durability. So that one won Best Freshwater Reel for ICAST in 2026.
We got two actually category winners here from Busby to check out. So this one right here is called the Magnetic Launch Pad. Pretty cool. You got the measuring board across the bottom, magnetic there. This is actually magnetic up here too, but you'll notice it also perfectly fits the Busby Colony trays. So you can lay them out however you want, store your stuff. That way, like all your parts aren't just flying around. If you're maintaining reels or rigging up lures and things like that, you can lose all these little parts really easily. So it is nice to see that they've made some innovation here. I really like this setup actually. I want one of these mats, and it's extremely heavy duty. It's that silicone. It's not gonna move around on you, and it's got the lip edge all around here, so you got your nice working space as well. $39.95 wins Best Custom Tackle. Wow, what a category. Best Custom Tackle or Component. And one more from Busby here. This is for Best Tackle Management, and this is their basic deep box. It's the Urchin Bait box. So what they have here is these little dividers, which is actually like two of the original dividers like glued together. And then there's a bar that goes down the middle. Drop that sucker in there, and then you take your very expensive Quakey style baits, your urchins, and you drop them in here. It'll take dice, it'll take urchins, takes whatever, and you just rig them the way that they come in their original packaging anyways. Also, one of my favorites right there, that color is sick. But yeah, so all in a Busby deep. Solid option, and it comes in at a price point of $39.95.
Now what we have right here is a big upgrade on the current LiveScope from Garmin. This is the LiveScope 2 HD, so brand new transducer. Some of the bigger ones here, look, it's $2,200, there's no getting around it, but as you can see here, we have an unbelievably crisp picture, double the clarity from the prior model. Still goes out to 125 feet, but does so in a much more clear way. So if you're wanting to pick apart the big crappie from the small crappie, the large bass from the small bass, one pod of fish from a giant fish, you can actually do that now with a lot more confidence than you even could before, which is crazy. And then for us kayak anglers, one thing that we're getting that we really wanted is reducing the black box. I don't even have to have it. Plugs right into the unit, drastically simplifies not only the weight, but the riggability, and makes it possible for me to take this from one rig to the other with relative ease compared to the prior models. So we love that as kayak anglers. Whether you use LiveScope or not, Garmin has done a great job improving on what has already been an amazing innovation and doing it at an unbelievably high quality. So that is what they do best, and they keep doing it. And now they have won Best Electronics for 2026.
So there's all the new products, all the winners of the best in category, and now we just found out who won Best in Show. It's
We actually didn't know who it was when we filmed this, so we just slotted it in later. But we always have so much fun here. I mean,
Yes.
look, does this mean this is the best product ever? No, it doesn't. Does this mean that we got to see a ton of cool stuff all rounded up in one spot for us to film for
Yep.
you? Yeah, absolutely. And look, this is like a gear nerd's dream. So we've had a lot of fun being here, a lot of fun seeing the cool new stuff. We hope that you enjoyed it. If you have questions, just like we do, about any of these products, leave a comment down below. We're here. We'll go chase down some answers for you. And if there's anything you want to see us test on the water, leave a comment down below. We'll go try and go get it on the water, get a review for you, and show it how it actually works.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure you smash that like, ring that notification bell. We got a couple more ICAST videos coming your way next week, so stay tuned, and we appreciate you. We'll see you next time, okay? Au revoir.